已经有2倍的成长。
That is an amazing run by historical standards.
从历史的角度去看，这是一个非常奇异的现象。
The other thing that you notice about the chart is that there have been 5 pullbacks in global share markets since the bull market began.
那我们从蓝色这条线也可以看到，在这5年来，我们可以看到有大约5次的市场修正。
Now, the red line, what the red line is that's called a 200-day moving average.
那红色这条线，它所代表的是200日的移动平均线。
And what that shows is the underlying trend or momentum of the global share market.
那这一条线所代表的就是整个经济它本身的趋势，还有它的动能。
And what you can see is that each one of these global share market corrections has happened after the share market has moved well above its underlying trend.
那我希望各位能够注意一下这5次的修正，这5次的修正都是在于我们的市场的价值与它本身的动能趋向这条线隔离很远的时候发生的。
And we can see with the subprime crisis in August that markets were too optimistic beforehand, they'd risen too quickly, then got too pessimistic after they sold off, and now they've bounced back so quickly that they're probably too optimistic again.
那在这边我们可以看到，大约在今年7月之前，整个市场它似乎有点过度的乐观，而在整个7月中到8月，它就开始过度的悲观，然后在9月有一个反弹，那很有可能接下来我们还会有一个的修正。
So I would be very surprised if over the next few months we don't see another pullback in global share markets.
那如果在接下来几个月，我们在全球市场没有看到另外一次修正的话，那我会感到很惊讶。
But as investors, that shouldn't worry us because we should be used to volatility in share markets.
那对于我们股票型的投资人，我们不需要去担心，因为整个市场的动能还有它的趋势是持续的往上走的。
The main issue for us as investors is what is driving the underlying trend.
那对于我们这个投资人来说，我们需要了解到底这样子的动能、这样子的趋势是由什么样的基本面来做支撑的呢？
So I want to look at what do the fundamentals driving share markets look like right now.
那现在就让我跟大家稍微介绍一下，到底是有什么样的基本面在支撑我们接下来的成长。
So I want to start off by looking at how does the global economy look right now.
让我们现在先来看看全球性每一个地区它的经济的情况。
And the answer is surprisingly good given everything that's happening in the United States right now.
那如果我们考虑到美国刺激房贷的影响的话，其实这是一个非常好的数字。
Now the chart up here shows some economic forecasts compiled by a group called Consensus Economics.
那这里是由一个叫做 Consensus Economics 一间美国公司所做的调查。
Now every month, Consensus Economics will survey the economists at all the big investment banks, the Merrill Lynch's, the Goldman Sachs, the JP Morgans and so forth.
那这间公司，它在每一个月，它都会到不同的金融机构，比方说美林、高盛、高曼，他们去调查他们对于总体经济每一个国家他们的成长预估。
They'll ask them about their forecast for the economies they cover for this year and for next year.
那这里包括了他们对于今年还有来年经济的成长预估。
And the reason why this is good is because it shows us what the opinions of the best informed, most professional investors are right now.
那为什么这个调查那么重要？因为这个调查的调查者是目前所有投资界最聪明、最有专业的金融人士、总体经济学家。
The chart shows the results from the survey done in October, which is after the subprime troubles became apparent.
那这一个是2007年10月所做的调查，在这里已经包括了美国刺激房贷的影响。
Now the green column shows the average economic growth rate for the past 10 years, so that's a measure of normal or trend economic growth.
那绿色的所代表是过去10年的平均成长，这可能是一个一般的成长，或者是代表一个成长的趋势。
The red column is the forecast for 2007.
那红色的就是2007年年底直到年底这整年度的成长预估。
And the blue column is the forecast for 2008.
那蓝色的代表他们对于2008年该区域的成长预估。
Now, if we start with the United States, we can see that the consensus thinks that the US economic growth will be below trend this year.
那我们先来看看美国，这些最聪明的总体经济学家一致的认为，美国今年的经济成长会比10年平均还来得少。
And that's not surprising given how bad the problems are in the United States housing market.
那其实如果我们考虑到美国刺激房贷还有现在不动产市场的影响的话，这其实不是一个很差的数字。
And the consensus also thinks that economic growth will be a little bit better in 2008, but still below trend.
那我们也可以看到，这些总体经济学家他们都认为，在2008年依旧会有成长，而且会比今年来得好。
But when we look at the other two big economic groups, Europe and Japan, we see that the consensus is expecting above trend growth.
那可是当我们去看全球另外2大的经济体欧洲还有日本的时候，我们可以看到他们的预期都比10年平均来得好。
And that's a really surprising result because normally it's been in the past that when the world's biggest and most dynamic economy, the United States, slows down, everyone else slows down with them.
那这对我来讲是一个很惊讶的发现，因为在过去所有的研究都可以看得出来，当美国经济进入缓慢成长的时候，全球其他经济体都会开始缓慢的成长。
But what we're seeing instead is that the sources of global economic growth are now becoming more diverse and less US dependent.
那所以我们在这里已经可以看到全球其他金融体系、其他的经济体系，它都开始不再那么依赖的美国经济。
And that's good news from the point of view of an investor.
那对于一个投资人来讲，这是一个非常好的消息。
The other thing that the chart shows is I have here in the grey column the forecast for inflation this year.
那灰色的柱状图所代表的就是这些经济学家对于通货膨胀的预估。
And the thing that surprises me was when I look at these inflation forecasts is just how low they are given that the global economy has been growing strongly for 5 years now.
那对于我来讲，一个最惊讶的数字就是，经过了5年这么强劲的全球成长之后，我还能够看到这么低的通货膨胀数字。
And I think it highlights one of the really unique features of the current period in economies and investment markets.
那现在的投资市场还有经济环境有一个非常特殊的现象。
And that is that this is the first economic and investment cycle we've been through when the world's big central banks are committed to keeping inflation low.